From our studio headquarters in North America, this is AVS.
A film festival about gender equality brings out the stars. Hey everyone, I'm Joya Das. Welcome to AVS. Some major star power was on the red carpet for opening night of the IView Film Festival. John Abraham, Mira Nair, Farhan Akhtar, Zoya Akhtar, and Dostana director Tarun Mansukhani. Many acknowledge that Indian commercial cinema has been lacking in the human rights department.
AVS, welcome to the IView Film Festival.
IView Film Festival at Lincoln Center was definitely a good way to start dialogue on the subject of equality. The three-day weekend event included features, shorts, and documentaries, all embracing the issues of South Asian gender and sexuality.
We want people to start thinking about some of the issues that they take for granted, some of the rights that they have, which perhaps are being denied to other people, and use the topic of art and cinema to do so.
আচ্ছা ফাল্গুন মাসের আর কটা দিন বাকি বলুন তো?
পশ্চিম দিকে যাবেন না, রং কাঁচা আছে।
আপনার চা কিন্তু ঠান্ডা হয়ে যাচ্ছে। ওটা লাইব্রেরি কই? তুমি তোর বউয়ের নাম জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারবে বল।
It's really about creating awareness for people who don't understand Hijras or don't know anything about them, and maybe by creating awareness we can create some sort of equality between Hijras and everyone else and sort of integrate them in our society.
I have gone to India over the last 5 years, met various parents and their gay and lesbian children and talked to them about what does it feel like to be gay, how did you come out to your parents, how did the parents come to understand their gay and lesbian children. So it's really a film about loving and accepting.
It took me time. It wasn't something that I was just, that I just got to know whether my daughter is a lesbian and I felt wonderful about it. No, it wasn't like that. Sexual orientation is such a minor part of the person.
It really reminds me of how important the story is, and gay and lesbian, transgender, bisexual visibility is in India. It's something that India hasn't really come to grips with, I don't think, even though, the laws have been passed decriminalising homosexuality, but I think there's still a long way to go, not just for India, Australia. Gay marriage isn't legal in Australia.
Shola turned out to be Sandeep Verdi, a 31-year-old student teacher living at home with her parents in England and not out to anyone.
Follow me.
In Indian mainstream media, you don't get to see things that are off the beaten path. So it's very important that stories that are not so mainstream, not about Bollywood, get seen and heard.
Farhan ji, namaskar.
Namaste, namaste.
अरे प्रधान जी, अगले साल गांव के लिए क्या सोचे हैं?
आप इनसे क्या पूछ रहे हैं? आप हमसे पूछिए। यहाँ के असली प्रधान तो हम हैं।
I think it's really important because it combines Bollywood films, independent films. It has films from Pakistan in here. So in a South Asian film festival, it's not necessary to only see Bollywood cinema, which is so big and it has so much money there. But you can actually see smaller films and documentaries and independent cinema. And I think it's really important to encourage that.
We show up on your television not just as the terrorist or as the doctor, but as a young man trying to find himself, or we're telling real authentic stories, and I think that's what's really important. Again, when you tell a truthful story, it ripples throughout all of humanity, and I think that's what's important here. We're rippling through humanity.
Ultimately, we're all looking for the same things. We want acceptance, we want unconditional love, we want forgiveness. So you could be born in Bombay or Chennai or Kenya or Los Angeles. It makes no difference. The gravity of grief is still the same. Joy still feels the same way. And what better medium than a film or a book or art to convey that message and unite people?
People like you want life to be a movie. Want passion, music, all that fire makes you feel alive. And there's people like me.
In many countries like Pakistan and Egypt and Saudi Arabia, I was filming without government permission, so it was made truly guerrilla style.
On a daily basis, I deal with young Muslims who have a problem and they are struggling with reconciling their Islam with their sexuality.
And I'm very pleased about the event because it brings us together, in a way, because if we are doing the difficult
we're asking difficult questions in our own films and in our work. It's wonderful to come together and discuss it with other filmmakers and find an audience. And so I'm happy to be here.
I was born in Ethiopia to Indian parents who had come here to be teachers.
Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia has been overthrown by Derg, a coalition of military generals who wish to remain nameless.
I was a bit surprised because this is so gender-specific and so sexuality-based that I was surprised that they wanted this film. But then, I mean, I think the more I think about it, I mean, it's a subtle choice to have made on part of the curators, because at the end of the day, the female protagonist in the film kind of empowers herself, you know, with just her head and the way she thinks.
ये वर्ड उन लोगों के लिए है जिनमें अपनी जिंदगी खुद बनाने की हिम्मत नहीं होती। मैंने जिंदगी में हिम्मत नहीं दिखाई। The response has been good. Zoya's work has been appreciated pretty much across the board. You know, as far as debut films go, I think she's really gotten a lot of positives out of it. And the fact that it's here, and the fact that we can be here and watch it with people here, I think is really, I mean, why you make films, you know? I mean, you can go, I mean, you can make films, you can travel with your film and meet the audience and meet your viewers. I think it's fantastic. मौके मिलते नहीं सोना, बनाए जाते हैं। कामयाबी हम तक नहीं आती, हमें कामयाबी तक जाना होता है।
Let's Talk was released, a very small film, a digital video film which made an impact 8 years ago. And Let's Talk was the film that actually kick-started my career. Exactly 7-8 years ago, and the fact that 7-8 years after it's released, it's still something that's been sought after to watch festivals all over the world makes me extremely proud.
There is something fundamentally wrong with the way you and I treat each other, two people who love each other.
What do you mean? How do you? Same.
I'm sorry, let go.
Same. No, I want it. I love it.
IVU is a very important festival because it kind of puts out the films that need to say something and puts out an opinion and helps people show their films to various audiences and hopefully create another market and have new viewers, and that's something always you're looking to. So it's a great thing IVU is doing.
क्यों जालिम? पीछा कर रहे हो?
I feel super. The last time I did an interview with you guys, it was during the shoot of New York. So I hope this is a lucky charm and my film with Abbas Tarwala works. Just very happy that this film's being shown here, and Dostana was a fun film, but we didn't know it will become a cult film for the gay community back home in India. So we are very excited about it.
Dostana was the first film to screen at IVU. John Abraham and director Tarun Mansukhani defended the film in an opening night panel discussion, saying a humorous approach is the only way to tackle the problem. Boman Irani talked about his bombastic role in the festival gem Let's Talk. Filmmaker Purvis Sharma talked about his short A Jihad for Love and the difficulties a gay Muslim man faces on a daily basis. And Mira Nair gave us a little insight into her next big mainstream release, Amelia. Indian commercial cinema has rarely touched on the subject of homosexuality. Film festivals such as IVU are giving it more attention with the hope that that will change. Nina Roth has written a full wrap-up of IVU on our website, avstv.com.